Welcome back to the 2019 Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships. My name is Noah Saraban, also known as the Pickleball Doctor. We are bringing you a women's pro singles match. Simone Jardim against Leigh Waters. Leigh Waters winning gold yesterday with her mom, Leigh Waters, in the women's pro doubles, taking home $5,000 for the team, looking to extend her wallet today with some singles play here at the 2019 Margaritaville Pickleball Championships, National Championships.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a women's singles pro match. It's Leigh Waters.
Leigh will be serving to Simone to start the game, start the match.
On my left, Miss Waters on my right.
The score is 0-0.
Waters is serving game one.
Here we go.
Players ready? Time is in. 0-0.
Great first point here. Oh, Simone with the stretched out backhand around the post was just a little wide. Great first point as Leigh takes the lead early, 1-0. Oh, amazing shot there by Simone, going with the cross-court forehand roller for the side out. So both first points here, Simone Jardim electing to stay back on the baseline after a return of serve. Let's see how Leigh plays this. 0-1. Return is called out. So both players have not come up to the net after the return. Very different from what we saw in the men's singles pro, the couple of previous matches here. And another point for Simone. So much more of a tennis feel like to this early start of this pickleball match, as both ladies are staying in the back of the court, not coming up to the net. Another long return here by Leigh. So Simone jumps to a 3-1 lead early in this game one. And that shot is wide, so both players staying on the baseline. You may elect to do that if you feel your reach is not quite as good at the kitchen line to put away those volleys. Let's see how Simone decides to play this point. 1-3. Return of serve. She stays back in the court again. And backhand to backhand cross-court battle here. Leigh goes down the line. Great exchange here. And Leigh comes out on top. So again, you're going to see these rallies be a lot longer than in the previous matches we saw. As when you stay on the baseline, you're unable to put pressure on your opponent at the kitchen line. And it then becomes a baseline to baseline match where you're hitting a lot of driving balls, just like Leigh did there. Now Simone comes up. And great job by Simone getting to that ball. So there was an example of Simone coming up to the net, putting pressure on Leigh to hit better and better drives, and she could cut it off with her volley. So let's see if she uses that a little bit more throughout this match. 3-2. Ball clips the net. Simone able to react. Oh, great hustle by Leigh there. Simone had a high backhand volley, but not much power on that one, so Leigh able to get to it. Score is 4-2.
4-2.
Mark joining us here in the booth. So early on, Mark, I was telling the audience that both these players electing to stay at the baseline, making it look a lot more like a tennis match so far. and not putting much pressure on their opponents coming up to that kitchen line. Why do you think that is?
I mean, I guess the bet they're making is that their groundies are better than their opponent's ground strokes. But, I mean...
Simone did have one point where she came up to the line and was able to convert that into... one rally.
Interesting. Wow.
Was able to convert into a point, but they are both playing from the baseline mostly. Waiting for the opponent to make a mistake.
Yeah, it's a pretty conservative way to play when you stay back at the baseline. 44 feet baseline to baseline, and so you give yourself more time to react. But, of course, you're also giving your opponent more time to react. Here, Simone comes in, and look at that. Simone.
So, right away, much more pressure.
Look, I'm not going to tell Simone how to play singles, but to me...
She's 2 for 2 so far on those.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see.
My hypothesis was maybe that Leigh may think that her reach may not be as good at the kitchen line. Able to reach, stretch out for those volleys. Now she comes in. Let's see what happens. Puts that one away.
Look at that. All of a sudden you come to the net and you apply pressure. Like it.
That is generally the strategy in singles. For those of you who don't play much doubles out there, you want to get up to that line. It's more of a return and volley game, not like tennis where it's serve and volley, because you have to let the ball bounce twice.
Yeah, I mean, the principle is the same as doubles, right? In doubles, you return serve and you come to the net because if you're up at the net and your opponent's near their baseline, you're in a position to get more high balls from them. You can take away their time by playing a volley. You know what? Maybe Simone's just trying to relive her tennis career. Because I can't think of any time lately I've watched her hit this many ground strokes besides, like, a warm-up.
And maybe she's found something that works for her in pickleball in terms of singles. Seems like a lot of running to me. So to me,
look, there again. Won the point at the net.
To me, she got Leigh in such trouble as soon as she came up to the net. So generally speaking, that's the strategy in singles. You want to come up to that kitchen line to be able to put some pressure on your opponents. But both players have been playing from the baseline.
The other thing, look, Simone's fit. She's also 40. And I think she would be the first one to admit if she was here. She'd say, the shorter these points go, the better for me. Right? She's a good grinder. She's out there, but she's not 12 years old. And so if I'm Simone, and you see she's got a little bit of strapping on that right leg. If I'm Simone, I think, if I stay back at the baseline, there's a pretty good chance these are going to be 10, 15 ball rallies. Whereas if I come to the net, the action's going to be a little bit shorter. And I mean, she's a great volleyer. She's a very good mover. So I expect, here's my prediction, that we're going to, even though she's in the lead, I don't think we're going to see much more of this baseline to baseline stuff from Simone.
She does seem to be walking a little bit gingerly out there. So maybe coming up to the net and the side-to-side movement required for the volleys is not what she prefers right now. I don't know. Maybe we'll chat with her after the match, see what her strategy was going into it. But she takes a commanding lead nonetheless, 9-2 in the first game.
9-2.
See, like, I mean, she's working hard out there. She's got to run, she's got to reach, she's got to stretch, she's got to recover. A lot of territory to go over.
So a little bit surprised then by this.
I'm a little surprised.
Mark has his eyebrows raised a little bit. Haven't seen that yet from him.
Look at that. Again, you come to the net, you have a chance to win.
And Leigh comes to the net but is not rewarded by that one as Simone hits a great backhand drive passing shot there. Right down the line for a winner. Taking the serve back at 9-2. 9-2. Leigh not afraid to extend these rallies. She can probably run for days. And that one sails long. We're setting up the first game point of this match. It might be harder when you're all alone out there on the court. You know, having your mom out there throughout the tournament clearly was a successful strategy yesterday. But unfortunately in singles,
there's no one to help you out there. There's no one to
no one
coach.
can help you.
You are an island to yourself. Game point.
Going a little slice action here.
You know what? Sometimes somebody just likes an extra workout.
And there's the first game, 11-2 Simone.
Yep. So I bet you Mom Waters is going to come over, have a little chat. And yeah, here she comes.
Meanwhile, we'll be right back.
Yeah,
we'll take a little timeout.
Good time for a little timeout.
We'll see you back here live at Nationals.
Sounds good.
Margaritaville. It's not just a state of mind. Now it's a place to live. Introducing Latitude Margaritaville. New homes in 55 and better communities where you can live the Margaritaville lifestyle every day. Find your new home at latitudemargaritaville.com.
Back here live at Nationals. Simone Jardim taking game 1, 11-2 against Leigh Waters in the Women's Pro Division, Singles Pro Division. So far, it has been an interesting strategy that both of these players have utilized, staying mostly at the baseline. We'll see what happens in game 2 if Leigh makes an adjustment to that strategy, as it did not work out very well in the first game.
She's going to start coming in.
Mark predicts a little bit more of a, there we go, off her first point, Mark. Leigh coming up to the net and winning the point.
Didn't even have to touch a ball. Sometimes, you know, you win just by coming forward. You put that pressure on by virtue of the fact you're there. So even if you miss a volley now or then.
I'm not going to lie. If I were playing singles and Leigh rushed the net, I would be scared as well.
There we go. She had a chance. Does hit the net.
She may have not been rewarded by that, but it is the right decision to come up to the net there, closing on that ball. Simone serving 0-1. Leigh staying back in the court again. She's got to come up.
Yeah.
And now she's invited Simone up to the net.
Simone says, great, I'll do it up here.
And that is going to be tough.
You can run, young lady. And then she says, no, you run.
Unless, of course, you can hit.
I love that two-handed backhand top-spin drop on the
roller. She rolled that
it.
cross court. That is very nicely done by Leigh, getting the serve back here.
Yeah, it really
has
is one of
got
her
to start
favorite
seeing
shots,
that she's being rewarded by moving into the court. 1-0. Let's see what she does here.
She played a drop even though Simone was at the baseline. Uh-oh. There you go, coming to the net. And, I mean, what's funny about it is, like, it's not like these women don't typically play up near the net. They spend tons of time in the net. Think about how much doubles they play, right? They return, they run all the time. That's where they go. And so it's not that these players are staying back because they can't handle those kind of balls. So it'd be interesting to see. Here's an opportunity for her to come forward. Nice low slice. Again, wins a point at the net, not even touching the ball.
I feel like we're starting to see a pattern here, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, with Leigh on the last couple, it's actually been on, she would return serve and stay back, and Simone, there we go, she's coming in again, and look at that.
Good job there.
Look at that.
And that's okay. That's a great shot by Simone, but it's the right play by Leigh moving in after her third ball there. Simone had stayed back in the court after her return. You have to take control of that net.
There we go. Simone comes in, applies some pressure. Look at that. Open court, open court. Leigh's like a cheetah out there, and there we go. Easy. Look how easy pickleball.
But Leigh may have not been in that position had she come in after her return, right? I mean, she invited Simone up to that net.
Yep.
Anyway.
No, it's great. I mean, believe me, this is very entertaining. I enjoy watching these two run around. I just... I
wouldn't want to do it.
No.
I feel like we get more of our money's worth here. We get more shots per point.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Per rally.
Simone wins the point, just coming forward, doesn't even have to touch the ball.
And why is that? So is that because then she puts pressure on Leigh? Now Leigh's drive has to be better, has to stay in the court, right? She's it's just a lot of factors that make it that next shot harder for your opponent if you're up at the line.
Now, when you're playing doubles pickleball, I know many of our viewers play a lot of doubles. Have you ever missed a third shot drop?
Come on, Mark. You know I don't miss third shot drops.
Okay, not you. So when I miss a third shot drop when I play doubles, it's usually because my opponents are at the net and I am worried. I know that if I don't hit that ball perfectly, if I hit it too low or too slow, it's in the net. And if I hit it too hard or too high, they're going to be there to pounce on it, right? And that principle of coming forward to apply pressure is the same in singles as it is in doubles. And so you'll see sometimes, we've mentioned how you can win at the net without even touching the ball. It's that same idea. Is by you coming forward, you're basically telling your opponent that, hey, watch out for me, you better hit some high quality shot, and if you don't, I'm going to punish you. And so you'll see those errors that come as a result of that. And it's a little bit harder to come forward because you've got to cover the whole width of the court, all 20 feet on that pass from your opponents, whereas in doubles you generally just have to worry about half of the court. But that's why you hit a good return. That was not a good return. Simone Jardim up 3-1 and a game here in this women's pro singles match. That was a good return. And wins the point at the net.
Says, thank you very much. High forehand. I will take that.
Kyle Yates likes that. See him sitting over there beside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of national champions there, actually. Kyle Yates sitting next to Leigh Waters.
Yeah. 1-3. Simone taking her time to get into position.
Little miss hit there by Anna Leigh.
One of the things, Simone, you talked about last night during the women's gold medal match that we were watching together is she talked about this idea that was new to me, which was when you're in a dinking rally with an opponent that you bait them. But you bait them not by standing in a particular place or, off the side of the court or further back, but by baiting them with a dink or a drop that seems, oh, here we go, coming to the net, apply the pressure. Boom.
So I wonder why she waited about eight or nine shots.
She likes the workout. But to finish that thought, what she was saying was you bait them with a dink that was intentionally almost attackable. Intentionally a little bit too high to tease your opponent, to make them think they could attack that ball, that really they can only sort of hit forward and hard, and then you're sitting there on the counterattack. And I thought, wow, how many of us are like working as hard as we can to keep the ball low, and here's Simone saying, oh no, I can keep it low, but I choose to hit that ball a little bit high.
And Mark, you've done a few statistics analysis out there, and more or less, right? I've seen that out there a little bit from you, but I don't remember what the number is, but oftentimes the person initiating the attack does not end up on the winning side of things, right?
Yeah, that's one that I haven't done a lot of stats on. It's a tricky one because it is sort of subjective, right? Especially as pickleball evolves, and the dinks that we're seeing are now getting faster. They're getting spinnier. They're getting more like offensive shots as we see Kyle Yates go over and have a word in the ear of Anna Leigh. But I know there is a new book coming out soon. I'm not going to reveal the title yet because I don't think the author has. Like Simone's ready to serve. Doesn't have an opponent yet. A new book coming out, and they've done far more statistical analysis than I have. I think it's going to be really interesting to see the quantifiable data.
But that may be speaking to the point that you were talking about with Simone, where she is almost baiting that opponent to start the attack in order to counterpunch.
That's the thing, is I think sometimes she's hitting that like one of those ground strokes a little bit short. So Anna Leigh has to kind of make this decision. Oh, this maybe should be the ball I want to come in on, but I don't really want to come in. Right? So you'll see here as that backhand error goes into the net.
Simone jumps to a 6-1 lead here in Game 2 of this women's pro singles event.
There we go. Wins the point at the net. Nice angle. Great volleys from Young Waters. Love to see more of it. Take a little look at the draw here and find out who these women are going to play later.
Ball trickles over the net for a point. Anna Leigh hoping to capitalize off of this.
Leigh in the first round was matched up against current professional tennis player Caitlin Christian, who plays on the WTA circuit.
That's a great win for Leigh.
Yeah.
Caitlin, great at singles, obviously, with her tennis background. Has not played much pickleball in the past few months, as she's been doing very well on the pro doubles women's circuit.
Shout out Canada. She was recently playing doubles in China with a friend of mine, Sharon Fitchman.
Been following Caitlin here and there. What a great shot by Leigh there.
Well, catches the inside of the line. No, the winner of this match is going to go on and face the winner of Terashenko-Kovalova.
You do not want to miss that one, folks. If you're at home, like the Facebook page, subscribe on the YouTube channel in order to not miss any action here.
Yeah, looks like Caitlin is still in the back draw.
She will claw her way back in here. Great return by Leigh. Fortunately, misses that ball wide. After that return, had she come up to the net, she would have had an opportunity for an easy volley mark. Hate to beat a dead horse, but we have to get up to that line to finish these points.
I mean, right now, Simone's pretty content. She's like, yeah, well, I can hit ground strokes in the baseline.
Yeah, I mean,
I got lots of energy.
She's up 11-2, 7-2 in game 2.
Well, catches the line, back of the line. Simone calls it in. Yeah, I mean,
there's not much she is not willing to do right now. But
how's that expression go? Dance with the one who brung ya.
That might be Canadian. I don't know.
Right. The idea is that you dance with the person who brings you to the dance. And right now, Simone's dancing her way to a victory.
That dance.
Yeah, she's up 11-2 and 7-2, playing largely from the baseline. It's got her this far. But I do think actually the fatigue element, Simone's been busy all week here. It's hot. And every minute she spends out here is 1 minute she's not resting. So.
And she sees an opportunity there.
There you go. Wins a point at the net.
But Simone is very well aware of whatever strategy she decides to use here. So
whatever she's doing, it's deliberate.
Yeah, she knows very well where the advantage lies in pickleball. But choosing to stay at the baseline, maybe to dial in her ground strokes, which she may need in her next match. Look at that. Speaking of cross-court ground stroke there, two-handed backhand for a winner.
Nice example of how you can take a defensive situation and turn it into an offensive one, not in that case through speed, but through direction.
Scores 8-2. Leigh in some trouble here. Down a game, down 8-2. There's some power behind those ground strokes.
That inside out forehand. Wow, good one. Really hits the inside of the ball there on her forehand from the left side of the court. That's what makes it go to the Waters backhand. And
the crowd is getting their money's worth.
Yeah.
Shot per shot here.
Yep.
Like kind of like when you play golf, Mark. You want to shoot a 72, but if you shoot 120, you got your money's worth that day, right?
Oh, I'm very familiar with that.
I mean, if you're paying $50 for your round of golf, if you only hit 72 shots, I mean, what's the point? Go out there, have fun.
That's why I go out and hit 2 balls. So I play rounds 2, sometimes even 3.
So 2 balls at 120 per card. You're looking at 240 shots on the round there.
Great value.
Wow, that's like...
It's great value.
At that point, you might as well join a country club.
Just hit balls all day. Right now, Waters and Jardim, they've been hitting balls all day, or so it seems, as they grind away from the baseline. Simone's up 9-2. If she can win it here, that'll give her a game point.
Match point, actually.
A match point even, yeah. But she doesn't, so that'll have to wait.
Slice action. Leigh. Oh, that's just a well-placed ball by Simone.
There you go. Nicely constructed point. Jardim moving Waters as we look at the replay powered by Selkirk. Left and right and left and right. Gets herself up to the net, and the best Annalie can do is a high ball. She's going to take her time retrieving this one.
Now, who do you think Kyle Yates is rooting for? Annalie Waters of Team Paddletech or Simone Jardim, his partner for the gold medal at Nationals? That's got to be a little bit of a split here.
What? I think he, like many of the fans here, he's rooting for a good match. 9-2. I did see him. I mean, he's been coaching Annalie a little bit on the sideline, but he's been cheering when Simone hits.
He's probably a
Nice
fan
shots.
of just good pickleball.
Yeah,
So, you know.
Yeah, let's get pickleball. All right, meanwhile, 2-9 here. Young Waters trying to make something of this. That's
a great volley.
Man, if I had volleys like Jardim, I'd be at the net. Just set up a little tent there. Say, this is my new home. It's a great shot from her.
If you had volleys like Jardim, you wouldn't be in this booth right now, Mark.
Correct.
And neither would I, for that matter, as Jardim shows that volley again for a winner.
Sets up match point. 11-2 in the first game, and she's got a chance to get that identical score here.
Oh,
there you go.
see
Little
that?
Third shot lob. Oh, okay, a little moonball action.
you rarely see
I
that.
feel like I'm playing some under 12 tennis. And that ball catches the net from the 12-year-old on the backhand side. You know what? I'm going to put this in the category of great learning experience for Annalie. Here on a big stage against one of pickleball's top players. Got to learn a thing or two. Might go back in the replay. Who knows? She might even listen to our beautiful voices.